Well, first off, we've got Kristoph S. He writes, "Hey John, I know you don't talk about video games all that much, but have you had a chance to watch that game footage from the upcoming Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order? Dude, I watched it and I forgot I wasn't watching a movie. It totally took me into Star Wars in a way that I haven't felt in a while. If you saw it, what did you think about it?"
Well, remember the trailer for Star Wars Fallen Jedi came out like, I don't know, was it a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that. And I remember looking at it and going, okay, it's a Star Wars game, but it wasn't game footage. So like I had no concept. What's this game about? What's going on in it? All this kind of stuff. Well, now we're getting more details about this particular game. As a matter of fact, one of the magazine, Entertainment Weekly, wrote this about Jedi Fallen Order if you don't know much about the game. Here's what Entertainment Weekly wrote. Fallen Order, which follows a young Jedi in training named Cal Kestis, I guess I'm going to go with. And by the way, it takes place in between Episode 3 and Rogue One. There's a number of years between there, but that's the time frame that this movie takes place. Played by Gotham's Cameron Monaghan. Remember, he was the Joker for a couple of years there on Gotham. Attempting to survive in the wake of the infamous Jedi killing Order 66. His motivation is to stay alive. Early in the game, he basically outs himself. He's put into a circumstance where he has to show that he's a Jedi, and at that moment, he becomes an enemy of the state. Cersei's got this Hail Mary plan of restarting the Jedi Order. So basically, there's this character he comes across named, I guess, Cere? Is that how I'm going to pronounce it? C-E-R-E? I guess I'm going to go with Cere for now until I'm corrected. He meets this female character who used to be a Jedi, and her plan for kind of fixing things is to restart the Jedi Order. This kid never finished his Jedi training, so he needs to finish his training. That's the whole setup. Anyway, this weekend, they actually released a bunch of actual game footage. I think it was like 12 minutes of game footage. In this footage, we see Forrest Whitaker, which we'd heard before he was going to make an appearance in the game, as Saw Gerrera, a much younger, less physically deformed Saw Gerrera at this point. I got to tell you, I loved the game footage. I did. I just wanted to pick up a controller, and even I'm not even a console gamer. I wanted to pick up a controller and start. They had some really cool force powers, slowing down time. They did this one thing which I thought was awesome. Every time he'd do it, there would be a stormtrooper standing like 20 yards over there. He'd just reach out his arm, and the stormtrooper would come flying at him into his hand like this, and he'd stab the guy. Reminds me a little bit of one of the moves in Spider-Man, but whatever. I got to tell you, Rob, I'm watching this thing, and not only did it look like really good gameplay and all that kind of stuff, it felt like Star Wars. And there's a lot of Star Wars games that I play or see or watch, whatever, and I never feel like I'm being teleported into the Star Wars universe. I don't know if it was the visuals or the cinematography of the gameplay or the way they integrated the music so well into the gameplay, but I really did feel like I was being immersed into Star Wars in that. Did you have a chance to see this?
I did.
What did you think?
I love Star Wars games. I mean, I haven't played them a lot, but when they're good, I remember when The Force Unleashed came out, and I was totally excited. I got it like release day, and I played the game and finished it. I mean, to the point where you're pulling a Star Destroyer out of the sky. I mean, I love when games are like that, and it's interesting because this kind of game seems like a great premise for another trilogy of movies. You know, this is the Fallen Jedi Order, and after Order 66, what do? You know, how do you keep it alive? And it's, in lieu of having a movie, it's the closest thing you get to really immersive Star Wars. And if the gameplay looks good, but is the story going to be great?
Right, yeah.
And I thought the Force Unleashed story was pretty damn good. And this looks pretty good too. I mean, I'm excited for it. I like when you go on, look, Battlefront's awesome. I love playing Battlefront, but when you have a story that's sort of immersive and you see where it goes and it adds to the Star Wars lore, and you can using Jedi powers to do what you just said, grabbing stormtroopers and skewering them on your lightsaber. Come on, I could do that all day. So I'm into it.
Yeah, I thought it looked really quite good. I mean, who knows? Maybe the game sucks. It was only 12 minutes. It is going to be mostly about the story and all that kind of stuff. We'll see how that turns out. Question is, did you guys have a chance to see this Star Wars footage? What did you think about it? Jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.